Oh, welcome back, my gardening friends. Well, that was a pleasant noise this morning until the train went by, and the train's over a mile away. But this tender seeds for April that I'm going to be sowing, these are everything from March, and there's just a selection of everything here. Probably got far too many tomatoes again, but always nice to give away. Been busy splitting all the cabbages up. We chitted these. We'll see the chitting trays shortly. I've managed to get quite a bit of celery from the sowings that we did. New Zealand spinach, probably desperate now to go out, but it's probably still a bit cold for that. We've learnt a lesson from that. The pak choy's gone to seed. Just got to find time to get that out. We're going to have a big tidy up. Some nice lettuce there up the middle with other bits, some rhubarb, chard, etc. Perennial cane cuttings doing well, and then we've got everything else. Massive sunflowers. I've got to get these out and potted up. There's Danny's from the Grapevine Allotments French beans. I think the French beans. There's a pongo that needs going out. I've still got some cabbages here to separate. And some more lettuce to harden off. More sunflowers. And as you've noticed now, I've took the blankets off because we've got more daylight hours. So they get a bit more natural light after I've switched the lights off. And then on the top shelf, again, we've got more cabbages and other bits and bobs. The long chilies for the show, and some of their giant carrots there. And there's the other basket. And as we move across again, more cabbages, lettuce, sunflowers, and some celery. Found a space and put it at the moment. So these are the trays that we did set off, some of them in February, some in March, and we've taken anything that's been viable. I don't want that beef master, but as you can see how big it'll grow with just the seed, the energy from the seed. We had a lot of peppers, didn't come, but I've got more than enough for myself. And this tray was where we put most of the brassicas. We've got green magic there. You could still salvage some of those. And some of that red cabbage that's nice in salads, the red cabbage. But I'll be cleaning these trays up now, these 3 trays, ready for the seeds for April. Most of the April seeds, not all, are quite tender. So we've moved some of the boxes, some of the seeds from March into the boxes for April. We've rubbed March out and put April on it. As you can see, we've got quite a few. We'll go through those shortly. This is where I keep all the seeds normally, surplus, or ones that we're not going to use because they've got a good date on it. And this shoebox is what I keep all the beans and peas and sweet peas. So there we've got the Firestone long bean, Bellotto sweet peas that Alan sent me that I've saved, Tony from the Farmer's Farm, Blue Lake, some Bunyard's brawn beads, some of the Hilda's mix I haven't actually sown yet. Those plastic containers have been quite useful. And there's the seeds that we got from Thompson Morgan. They use some of my videos and share them on their blog. So let's have a look at the seeds to sow in April. So I've cleaned all the trays up. These are just sandwich trays, again all recycled. This board is Courgettes. That's where I make my plant labels with the yellow gaffer tape. So we'll just work our way around the seeds that I'm hoping to sow. So we've got some of the red pak choi. We'll try again. Maybe sowed that too early because most of it's gone to seed. We've had a harvest. The spinach, New Zealand spinach, sorry. Some of the lettuce that we've already sown and extras. These are the ones that I bought from Real Seeds this time to try them. Those will all be sown into pots or a tray, pricked out as they come if they germinate. We've got some radish moulay, the mystery mix radish, which has done well in the polytunnel. The red flesh, which hasn't done as well, but got to give it a chance. French breakfast 3, one of my favourites, and then the saved seed from the sparkler 3. There, some giant long beans from one of the top growers, and then we've got the peas, the 2 lots there from Thompson and Morgan, and then those from Bill and Val, the peas from Kelly. These are from the Shed Wars. We've got probably 2 or 3 peas in there. I'm going to try and save some seeds from them. I think I've got some in at the allotment, which I found the other day. Sweet corn, one that I've bought, Incredible F1, highly recommended by other creators. And there's a couple of sweet corn from Shed Wars that Olivia picked, my granddaughter. I'll put that on the plot 1, well away from plot 3, where these will be growing. Those will be chitted. And then we've got some different types of broccoli. That's what we grew in 2020, and this is what we harvest in 2020. This is what we're harvesting this year, the claret. And we'll do another sowing of beetroot, just in case the other one doesn't do so well. I'm going to do a selection of courgettes. And then some cucumbers. These will all be chitted. Bought that on a recommendation from Nigel at Muddy Boots. And these are some of the giant, heavy and long cucumbers, and some more long show beans. Liberty long beans, Starlet, Firestorm 2020, Firestorm 2019, Save Seed. And the beans there from, I believe it was Danny at the Grapevine Allotment. And then a selection of carrots, and of course my favourite, the sweet candle. Some of these we've sown before, but we'll sow them again. And then the spring onions, I believe the Ready did really well, and I think it was the spring onion number 3. The rest I'll just pop in and see what we get. I'll sow them, and if we don't get nothing, we don't get nothing. But these 2 here, I believe, are really viable and do a good job. So that's my tender seeds to sow in mid-April. So if you've seen me chitting my seeds before, I normally just put them on the flat part of the tray on the top, but round the edge of these sandwich trays there's a little ridge, and that's where I place the cucumbers and courgettes on the side to help them to stop rotting. A lot of these seeds I had sent to me by Alan at the Dawn Chorus plot, and there's 2 of each left in those he kindly sent me, and my Easy Pick Gold, which is the yellow courgette, which is absolutely excellent in my lunchbox. And I'll give you an update another time once all these trays are sowed up or chitted up, and hopefully some of the things from out of the grow room will be able to go up to the polytunnel as it warms up. Just be wary of the frosts. Don't like to sow my tender plants too early. The giant potatoes were an exception, but they're coming back slowly. Please leave me a comment, thumbs up or a thumbs down for the interaction. I'd really appreciate that. Happy gardening to you all. Till next time, my friends. Ta-ra for now.